Greetings, fast learners. It will been a while and happy new year. Yes, this is a new year 2025, a new year with newness. And with all the newness, yes, we know with all the newness, there will be new resolutions and new desire for better things. And one of the better things that we need to do away with this time is the debt. Deni. Yes, at Abundance Fast Lane, it's a place where we remind you that abundance is a natural state for you. Yes, you were born to enjoy abundance. What is debt? What is your experience with debt? Yes, debt could be very oppressive. It could be over your head and it's not going to leave. It could be chasing you. It could be depressing you and it could be depressing you. You could be chained to it. You could be the ones pushing the debts. But one thing remains: debt. Having a debt that is not that is way beyond you can be very depressive. It can make you lack peace, and it can make you not feel like you can't be enjoying abundance if you have debts, especially those ones that are beyond your capacity. In general definition for debt, in case you're talking of in general sense, debt is a certain or predetermined, that is a sum of money which the debtor agrees to pay to its lender. That's what it means. You owe something, you owe someone some money or something. According to the finance experts, debt is usually scheduled with a series of regular cash outflows or installment. You repay with principal along with the interest by the borrower to the lender. According to finance, you take the amount, then you pay in small bits. Those small bits now will have some principal and some interest. According to academicians, debt is formed when two parties, that is a debtor and a creditor, agrees at an express written or implied agreement that I'm borrowing and you're lending me. According to entrepreneurs, debt is a source of finance, a source of money, and required to run a business and part of the corporate strategy. It can help to generate excess return, that is an income, from a business activity, which ultimately aids in repayment. That means, according to entrepreneurs, a debt is a source of income, that they're able to have a source of income that will come and do whatever they need to do, and they're able to generate more income than the money that they borrowed from wherever they borrowed. But can I submit to you, debt is not a source of income. You have to repay it to the last coin, together with the interest and the pain that comes with it. In terms of banking, it is the amount of money borrowed by entrepreneur, that is a businessman, from the various financial institution to overcome his long-term or short-term financial requirement. In banking, it only means that that money can be borrowed by the entrepreneur or businessman or any other person for them to meet their long-term or short-term financial requirement. But whatever we describe it, you owe someone. Unlike any other trap, debt is easy enough to get into, but hard enough to get out of. So as you're getting yourself into a debt, just get to know what it means, understand all the terms and the conditions that are set out so that you do not get into a trap. And this means even those small loans, those small debts, or even when you're borrowing other people, know what you're getting yourself into. There are people you borrow from, and you're trapped, and they trap you forever. Every time you borrow money, you are robbing yourself of your future self. That is according to one of the people, Nathan Morris. You're robbing yourself of your future. When you're borrowing now, you're borrowing the future to use now. Yeah, that's how debt screams. Screams trouble, it screams income loss, it screams bank loan, it screams, I don't want to say suicide, it screams trouble, it screams stress, collateral fee. That is what it is. It screams. But all is not lost. There are some debts that are good, especially for entrepreneurs. If you're taking a debt with an intention of creating wealth that exceeds the borrowing cost, then that is a good debt. If maybe you want to start, you're already in business and you're borrowing to expand your business. And once you expand that business, you're able to, the money that you borrowed is enough to bring your business to a level that you're able to earn more to repay the loan and still remain with some cash. Yes, that is good debt. If you borrow to invest into shares, the shares that will give you more return than the interest you're paying, that is a good debt. If you're purchasing an investment property, a property that will give you more income when you let it out or you rent it out, then that will be a good debt. But make sure you have also a contribution towards the same. If you're borrowing so that you go and buy a business that will come and earn more money than what you have, then that is a good debt. But what is a bad debt? A bad debt means if you borrow for your lifestyle assets, which you buy and then you just enjoy them yourself. You're not, I mean, when you borrow, you can't buy the assets that will not produce for you any income, all that which you not appreciate over time. For example, if you're buying a family house that will not earn you any income, yeah, it in the beginning it might not be very profitable, and it might not be a good idea. If you could start by, you could start by buying a business or having an income that will help you buy that home cash. If you are borrowing so that you purchase a car that will just not be used for any other purpose apart from your own enjoyment, and it's not giving you, that might not be a good debt, especially when you're very young and you don't have another asset giving you some income. If you're taking a loan so that, or a debt so that you purchase a consumable item, like a clothing, that might not be a good debt. Here, we as women are culprits. We borrow even to buy a dress that we might not even be wearing all the time. Yes, it's not all bad when you have a debt. For whatever reason that you got yourself into a debt, it doesn't mean that all is lost. There are various ways that you can explore to help you sort that debt or reduce that debt, and all help you minimize the interest costs that will help you even improve on your financial stability. One of the best methods to use when you are stuck in the debt is that you access the debt, you sum the total amount you owed, and you understand the full liability. At times you may borrow here, borrow there, borrow that other place, and at times you might not even be remembering where you all borrowed until all the people who borrowed you come and meet together and you realize you owe so much. So the first thing to get before you totally get out of the debt is have the whole sum of what you owe others. Calculate all your liabilities. Then after that, you create a budget. Outline your monthly expenses, your monthly income versus your expenses. Then understand how much you need to allocate for paying the liabilities, the debts. Then you can choose a method that you want to utilize when you're paying the debts. Decide whether you want to do debt affluence. That is, you want to look at the loans that you have high interest because they are multiplying at a higher rate. You look at them, or you want to do a snowball method that you want to pay the smaller loans first, the smaller debts first, as you look at whichever method you decide, at least decide on a method. After that, you develop a plan. Develop a plan on whichever method you choose, develop a plan and allocate funds from your budget to make that debt payment. Then once you start, you now have a plan. You have decided you want to start maybe with the smaller ones. Stick to that plan. And if possible, look for an accountability partner. That person who will help you stick to your plan. And in case it's a bank loan or you borrowed from an institution, is a circle also. Engage your financial partners and let them help you explore other methods of repayment, either for restructure, for full and final settlement, for discount, for the debt consolidation, for foreclosure, or for realization. Whatever method you agree, you can always approach them and they will help you get a solution. Yes, as I've always told you, abundance is a natural state for you. And you have a chance. Every one of us have a chance to grow that wealth. And as long as we make sure that we do not get stuck into the debts, or else we remain poor, that is passing over in opportunities regularly, where we get our salary and we use it all on our expenses, or we remain as the middle class, where once we get our salary, we use it to get other liabilities, we get into the debt, the mortgage, the car loan, the credit card, the school loan, even some clothing loan, and any other loan. I would love to hear what other loans that we get ourselves into. This makes us now get, just stick to the rat race. Or we can choose now to become, if you want to build the wealth, that once you receive your income or your salary, you buy an asset. An asset is that what will give you an income. And some of the assets are the real estate, the stocks, the bonds, the notes, the intellectual properties, and such assets. This way you realize that you keep building your wealth. And even if you didn't come from a wealthy family can come from you. You always speak of the levels that you're able to move from financial dependency to solvency, survival, debt free. At this point, level 4, when you're truly debt free, you become financially stable. And then you're able to get to financial comfort and financial independence, where you truly do not have to work to earn, but your assets are giving you enough cash or enough income to cater for all your expenses. And thereafter, you start now enjoying the abundant wealth. You're now in the financial abundant level where money is no longer your concern. You have all that you'll ever need. And this is what we're pursuing as the first lane abundance family that we are pursuing to build this together. So these are our contact. As a first trainer, continue dreaming. Please dare, do and act on whatever you dream, and you will eventually deliver. Thank you so much even for listening. Thank you so much for following us. Please let your friends know. This year, we are hoping that you're going to host experts, debt experts, financial literacy experts, wealth growth experts, and even experts that will help you get to know yourself in a way that you're the first asset, by the way, that you're able to get yourself better. Thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much. God bless you.